I do. Let's start with one of your hits right now. Then we'll circle back to me. Let's talk AJ Griffin.
Okay. Let's talk about AJ Griffin and his Jeff Bagwell shooting stance.
It's ridiculous, right?
That honestly, like, I felt bad that I retweeted that at 1:00 a.m. Eastern time,
Yeah.
because that might be my favorite tweet that you've ever done.
You never know, man. You never know with the internet what hits and what doesn't. It wasn't even supposed to be like comedic. I think everything I do is a little snarky, but he just has such a wide base on the catch. It's like, dude, how do you catch and like jab step out of that? Like, that's a shot. That's not like a fake and you're going. Like, it's a wide base. It goes in. It has to be shortened. And I had a few people tweet at me like, do you think it's fixable? Is it better that he's narrow than wide? And then ironically, if you watch the game, that half court sort of heave he had that went in, he could not have been more narrow.
That's right.
His feet were like on top of each other. And I know it's just like a quick release flick thing. I don't really have major concerns, but it has to be drawn in. But for his game, if he's not there, he's certainly getting there, or he's on his way. He's also starting to live up to the heavy preseason billing. He was great against Louisville. I mean, I know he's 5 for 5 from 3, which helps. But it was the multiple effort plays. It was the cutting. It was the stuff away from the ball. It was finishing through contact. And he has this soft touch on the turnaround jumpers when it is 12 feet and in. Can handle a ball, initiate a little bit of offense. It's similar. It's consistency. You look at his last 6 games. It's 6 for 11, 8 for 13, 1 for 7, 5 for 10. It's not always going to be these 8 for 13s with 5 for 5 from 3. If he can find a way to sort of, similar to all these other guys, split the difference, he's probably going to be in this top 7, top 8 discussion. He may be there regardless. Like, even without that, people have him that high.
Yeah, I think he's probably there, to be honest. Like, it's just kind of hard to come up with other names. Right? Like, at the end of the day, you're going to have a meltdown about this, but would he go ahead of Johnny Davis?
Not for me. Not for my money. He could. Yeah. Not. I don't.
No, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think I would take him over Johnny Davis necessarily, but like, I'm just saying, like, it could be a thing. Like, he's averaging 12 points and 5 rebounds over the last 13 games that he's played, shooting 54, 53, 70 from the field. His like average game now is 12 points, 5, 6 rebounds. And in that Duke situation where he has Wendell Moore taking up a bunch of possessions, and obviously Paulo's taking up a bunch, and you're going to hit Mark Williams 5 times on the roll, and you're going to hit Trevor Keels when he's been healthy. He's going to get some possessions, obviously, and they're just kind of loaded. Like, I'll be honest, this Duke team is still my favorite to win the title.
If it's this AJ Griffin, it should be. And I would argue for him, there's sometimes prospects go places and it's like, it's a little bit crowded. Like, I don't know what your role is going to be. I don't know how much you're going to play. For him, coming off multiple injuries and missing significant amount of time in high school, significant amount of time in the summer, just rehabbing, they didn't have to throw him completely into the fire from the first game. We're talking now where he's just started to put strings of games together, and that's okay. Duke is still rolling. They're still great. We're criticizing Paulo Banchero from 3 and Mark Williams getting too many rolls. Those guys are both first-round picks.
It's not even too many. It's just like
it's just limited first-round picks, but it's you're not living and dying by AJ Griffin going 1 for 7. That's fine. Like, he can have those games with the team that's built with him, not around him, but with him. Those other pieces have kind of brought him along, and now if he's starting to sprint and everybody's running with him, that's a good team to bet some money on to make a run in March.
Yeah, like, they still haven't lost a game by more than 5 points. I know they lost to Miami and they lost to Florida State, 2 teams that are not highly rated by a lot of the computer systems right now, even though Miami is, near the top of the ACC. And, what are they? They're like 8-2, 9-2, something like that in the ACC right now.
They're old. Stale. They got a bunch of old play. Yeah, which is good. Some rosters can be and should be constructed that way, and that's why they've been able to battle and compete and stay at the top of the ACC right now.
Yeah. So